2 Chronicles, chapter 4. And he makes an altar of bronze, 20 cubits its length, and 20 cubits its breadth, and 10 cubits its height. And he makes the molten sea, 10 by the cubit, from its edge to its edge, round in encompassment, and its height is 5 by the cubit, and a line of 30 by the cubit surrounds it around. And the likeness of oxen is under it, encompassing it all around, 10 to the cubit, surrounding the sea around. 2 rows of oxen are cast in its being cast. It is standing on 12 oxen, 3 facing the north, and 3 facing the west, and 3 facing the south, and 3 facing the east. And the sea is on them above, and all their back parts are within. And its thickness is a handbreadth, and its lip as the work of a lip of a cup, flowered with lilies, holding within, it contains 3,000 baths. And he makes 10 lavers, and puts 5 on the right, and 5 on the left, to wash with them. They purge the work of the burnt offering with them, and the sea is for priests to wash with. And he makes the 10 lampstands of gold, according to their ordinance, and places them in the temple, 5 on the right, and 5 on the left. And he makes 10 tables, and places them in the temple, 5 on the right, and 5 on the left. And he makes 100 bowls of gold. And he makes the court of the priests, and the great court, and the doors for the court, and he has overlaid their doors with bronze. And he has placed the sea on the right shoulder eastward, from toward the south. And Huram makes the pots and the shovels and the bowls. And Huram finishes to make the work that he made for King Solomon in the house of God. 2 pillars and the bowls, and the crowns on the heads of the 2 pillars, and the 2 networks to cover the 2 bowls of the crowns that are on the heads of the pillars, and the 400 pomegranates for the 2 networks, and the 2 rows of pomegranates for the 1 network, to cover the 2 bowls of the crowns that are on the front of the pillars. And he has made the bases, and he has made the lavers on the bases, the 1 sea, and the 12 oxen under it, and the pots and the shovels and the forks, and all their vessels. His father Huram has made for King Solomon, for the house of Yahweh, of bronze, purified. The king has cast them in the circuit of the Jordan, in the thick soil of the ground, between Succoth and Zeredathah. And Solomon makes all these vessels in great abundance, that the weight of the bronze has not been searched out. And Solomon makes all the vessels that are for the house of God, and the altar of gold, and the tables, and on them is the bread of the presentation, and the lampstands and their lamps for their burning, according to the ordinance before the oracle, of gold refined, and the flowers and the lamps and the tongs of gold, it is the perfection of gold, and the snuffers and the bowls and the spoons and the censers of gold refined, and the opening of the house, its innermost doors to the Holy of Holies, and the doors of the house to the temple, of gold.